Fingers crossed as ever. Good afternoon, fingers crossed. You can all hear me and see the screen share. Thanks to Webinar Jam for sorting that one out. The gnomes or the elves? No, the elves at Webinar Jam sorted that one out. So I hope you can hear me. 111 if you can. Today we're going to carry on discussing last week's video. And before I start inviting people to come and speak, I thought we'd do a quick review of where we got up to, in case there are people who weren't able to join. Okay. Now, in order for this to work, I'm hoping you'll be able to hear my recording. Okay. If that doesn't work, we might have a sticky situation. Let me just check. Okay, I'll just enable that. So Stereo Mix is working on my you can see it, I hope. It's working. It says it's working. It said that kind of thing before. So who knows? But anyway, let's see what happens. So it will be hello, Lokesh. Thank you, Lokesh. Thank you, Rima. Thank you, Zom. It's always so I hate doing this sometimes. Anyway, let's see what happens. And if what should happen happens. If you can hear the recording, could you type 111 again? Sorry to be a pain. Anyway, if you can't hear the recording, then never mind. We'll just carry on with the video, but it means you'll have to watch the video on your own computer, and look at the text. And what I have done this week, this is my little surprise I mentioned in the session in Kitely. I've got the transcript for what we watched last week. Okay. So last week, if you remember, they were at Frosty Freeze or something like that. And they were talking about brain freeze. We shared a couple of little cat videos. Anyhow, here is the text. It's all a bit mixed up because that's how it comes up on cut and paste. Okay. But I know that some of it was quite difficult listening to the video. And it's because it's real English. It's people speaking naturally, not to a script. And so they interrupt each other. They use sort of little fillers like, this is like really good, it can make it difficult for non-native speakers, but you need to get used to the way people speak naturally, not just teachers and not just scripted movies, films, etc. Natural English as it's spoken badly sometimes on the street. Okay, so let's see if the recording is working now. And you can read along, I hope. Fingers crossed.
I mean, I know what it's going to taste like. Hi.
Hi.
You don't work here.
Oh, you're just young people doing things.
My name is Steven. That's Andrew. That's Adam. And today we are going to eat at 3 ice cream parlors at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its given price. Are you a vanilla kind of guy?
Yeah, I am.
Of course you are.
What does that mean?
It's basic.
Ice cream observation.
Okay. Yay, 111 is fantastic. So, last week we discussed vanilla. If something is vanilla, very plain, not very interesting, often used in software development, the vanilla version, the one without the bells and whistles added on. I like vanilla though, still. And here he mentions, we didn't talk about last week, different price points. Okay, price points are a lot areas of price. So you've got low, medium and high price points. So what we talk about basic and then to luxury, if you like. Any questions so far? Yeah, exactly, Rima. Yeah, $1, $2, $3. The dollar signs are quite often. So it's going from one market to another market. Okay, excellent. I can see your hands up. I'll invite you in after we've gone through the first part of the video again, okay? So no questions? Don't forget, if you have a question, just ask. I can go back, replay, reshow, discuss, whatever. But scroll down to the text, okay? So let's carry on.
Vanilla is delicious. It's not plain. Vanilla gets weird to say once you've said it a few times in a row.
So the first place we're going to is called Foster's Freeze. They do soft serve ice cream, and they have 2 flavors, chocolate, vanilla, or if you want party time, you mix them together. I guess it is a 3rd flavor. What is that called? Chocolate, chocanilla? The chocolate? How do you feel about ice cream, Andrew?
But chocolate.
Hey, Foster's Freeze, we're here.
Oh, I like the mascot.
My name is Isabel. I'm at Foster Freeze, and I've been working here for about 11 years.
Foster's Freeze is kind of like an LA
Yes, it is.
staple, right?
My look.
Okay, now this one is what I meant by when people interrupt each other. Okay, she introduces herself beautifully. My name is Isabel. Very, very standard introduction. The sort of thing you're quite used to as learners. My name is, I've been working here for about, I'm at Foster Freeze. That's a bit unusual. That's a bit American. Yeah. I work at Foster Freeze is what she's saying, but I'm at Foster Freeze. It's part of me, part of my life. Okay. I work at Foster Freeze. I work for Foster Freeze, maybe. Yeah. And I've been working here for X years. And then the guy, Andrew, says, Foster's Freeze is kind of like an LA. And she goes, yes, it is. I think she heard Foster's Freeze is in LA. And she went, yes, it is. But she didn't let him finish. And he calls it an LA staple, right? A nice little use of the right at the end to turn it into a question. So she kind of interrupts and gives the answer before he's finished the question. That happens a lot. Sometimes it's well worth waiting for somebody to finish the sentence. I've started, so I'll finish. Let people finish their sentence before interrupting them. But what does he mean by an LA staple? What's an LA staple? What's a staple? Ooh, any ideas? My problem. Okay, Pastor writes well done, Zom. Yeah, staple foods. Yeah, staple foods, basic foods. So don't think of staple in a stapler. If you've got a stapler, hang on, have a listen. Don't think of one of those. Okay, that is a kind of staple. But it's staple in this context means basic. It's standard. It's what people think about when they think LA. Okay. Yeah, we've had it before, but not everybody's been at every session. I always feel Eleanor's telling me off when she says, we've had that before. And I'm thinking, well, no, there's some people who might not have seen that session. You prefer paper clips. Yeah. We could have a whole debate on paper clips versus drawing pins versus staples. Okay, let's carry on.
Here at Eagrock. It's been here for about 55 years already.
Did you grow up eating Foster's Freeze?
Yes,
At this one,
at this one.
disclaimer, I'm also a little bit lactose intolerant.
That makes 2 of us.
All
I
right.
still enjoy the ice cream though.
What is the most popular thing that Foster's makes?
I just
So he calls himself lactose intolerant. She says, notice this, me too. Okay. He says, I'm also a little bit lactose intolerant. And she goes, that makes 2 of us. Okay. You can do that for a me too. Yeah. Eleanor, I love One Direction. I'm just waiting for Eleanor to reply. I know Eleanor's a big One Direction fan. So do I. It's all right. So Sam's about to cancel her subscription to English radio. It was just to elicit the response. I do too, me too, or that makes two of us. It's the same way of saying me too, okay, or I do too, okay? But of course, you've got to then remember that makes two of us, TWO, or me too, TOO. But it might help you remember. Sorry, Sam. I've just lost all my street cred on music. Totally flown out the window. Okay, let's carry on.
Combs. We have chocolate, vanilla, and the twist. 50-50 vanilla chocolate. My technique to get that little swirl on the top, once it's down, go around and you get that little twist. And then we go ahead and just dip it in the chocolate.
Okay, so we discussed this last week, and I actually figured out what she's saying this week. I think it was Monique who asked. So it starts with 50-50 vanilla and chocolate. My technique is to get the little scroll on top. Yeah, the scroll. So that swirl of ice cream on the top. You watched the video, so you must know what she's talking about, the swirl of ice cream on the top. And she says scroll. Okay, and a scroll is often rolled paper. Yeah, Eleanor likes scrolls along with One Direction, old rolled up scrolls of paper with old text on them. And you get this swirl of ice cream on the top. Okay, Monique? So I did that especially for you, Monique. I was like, oh my goodness, am I able to figure it out for Monique? And hopefully that makes it clearer for her. And yeah, I know what somebody's going to say. Why Monique? But I wasn't sure what she was saying either last week, so I did that deliberately. Okay, let's carry on. If there are no, I'm just trying to check for questions as I go through this. Okay. April, you've written recording, ? What do you mean by recording? This, you clear now? Now we've got it. I'm not sure what you mean by record. Are we recording? Yes. Is this a recording? Yes. One word questions are really difficult to figure out, by the way. I'm going to expand on it a bit and I'll see if I'm actually correct. You missed a lot of my speech. Well, there you go. This is a recording. Yes. Okay. So we're listening to the recording of the video. Okay, let's carry on.
Ice cream doesn't fall in.
It could, just keeping it upside down. If I see it coming out, pull it back up.
Steven is not allowed to do that.
I would like to have a half and half cone one day. It's going to be a big day of brain freeze.
I don't really get brain freezes.
What?
My brain is too powerful for that.
That's not how that works. The dipping, it's like a Hershey's bar put on top of the ice cream.
Don't break my chocolate dip,
Do
bro.
not break your dip.
Gentle touch. Mmm.
That's so good.
That is so good. I'm usually the kind of guy I'd rather just buy a tub of ice cream and eat it by myself at home, like a economically wise, sad person. This is really taking the ice cream to a next level here.
Brain freeze.
You have barely had any ice cream.
I know. I just have a weak brain. I do love how the chocolate protects me.
Like an edible skin for the ice cream.
Don't compare it to skin. This ice.
Okay, so again, we got that brain freeze. If you weren't here last week, we did discuss it, and we watched some brain freeze cats. There are cat videos of cats having brain freeze, by the way, and it's that feeling you get, that headachy feeling you get when you eat something very cold. Okay, not the feeling you get in a test or exam, although that can also be brain freeze, and you get the question, and you're like, I know it, but I can't remember it. When your brain freezes. But this is more, and it's a proper condition. It's been proven that it does have this problem. Brain freeze attacks the brain. Okay. Why is Stephen not allowed to do it? Oh, remember to mark your questions as a question, please, and I can see it more easily. I think they're kind of indicating that if he were to do it, the ice cream would fall off. Okay. And then that would contaminate the chocolate. I guess if it does, that's a whole load of chocolate ruined, isn't it? Okay. There's this, if you watch more of their videos, they have this sort of camaraderie, this like bouncing off each other, a little bit of sarcasm. I think they're friends, but they're typical friends. They're not nice to each other all the time. Okay. Well, yeah, contamination. Contaminated chocolate with loads of melted ice cream in it. You probably have to throw the whole lot away. Okay, let's carry on.
Cream is actually lighter than most ice cream I'll get, but it's still packed with that flavor.
If you go to Foster's Freeze, vanilla is the way to go. It is more of like an old-fashioned vanilla kind of taste.
I just ate part of my napkin. I didn't eat it, I just took a bite out of an accident.
This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Just down it, ready? 1, 2, 3. I knew you wouldn't.
You're gonna get a brain freeze. I already know what's gonna happen. This is a bad idea. How's that going? Well, that place wins.
It's not over yet.
Okay, so that's where we got up to last week. Okay, and I'm looking for your hands now. I'll start inviting you in. Bear with me a second. Okay, I think Eleanor, you were the first to ask to join, so I'll invite you in first. I'll stop screen. Okay, I've just stopped screen sharing so I can see when people are able to make it in. Don't forget, when you join, you're out of the call for a while, and then hopefully you get into the call and I'll be able to hear you and see you next to me. Okay, so any questions so far? Zom, disgusting way of eating ice cream. In what way? What's disgusting about what, with the napkin or? I mean, I think it's not too bad actually for Americans. It's not in plastic. The cone's edible. The napkin's not meant to be edible, but okay, I'm waiting for Eleanor, but it's not working yet. Oh, that's not good news. Ah, no, here she is. Hey, Eleanor, can I hear you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I hope you can hear me.
I can indeed. That's awesome.
Wonderful. Incentive. And of course, I had to lie again.
Oh,
So, yeah, before Easter, I will be forced to confess. Yeah, make a confession, and I'm not sure if I will get absolution because I can't promise I won't lie again.
yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, exactly, April. Maybe if they used edible napkins, that would also be less waste. I'm all for less waste. Okay, so next I'm going to invite Rima in. So Rima, you will miss out on what we're going to... Let's talk about Rima whilst he's joining us. Don't forget, if you want to come and speak, then just click on Request to Speak. And if it's your first time, let me know. And I will send you instructions and warnings and requirements and all the other stuff you need. But these guys are professionals at joining the sessions now. It either works or it doesn't, basically. What's great is it works to come and listen and text chat with us, even if you're on a low bandwidth or on your mobile or on your tablet. But if you want to speak, you have to meet certain requirements, I'm afraid. Yeah, requirements, Zom, I'm sorry. April, well done, you're getting in. Hello, hello. Eleanor, you've just shocked Zom. Absolution? What? There are no disgusting ways of eating ice cream. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think just mumping it with your fingers out of the tub would be pretty disgusting and gross, to be honest, Zom. You always get brain freeze when solving exam papers. Yeah, when answering tests. As soon as I know something is a test. Disgusting for whom? I think probably for anybody watching, not the one eating it. I don't know. I don't know if you're right there, Zom. I think it could be pretty disgusting for the one eating it, but they're so desperate, they don't care. They just want the ice cream, stuffing their face. Okay, Rima doesn't seem to be joining us today. So let's see. I said that earlier As soon as I said it about you, Eleanor, you turned up. But Rima is definitely taking a long time. Ah, no.
Yes, this time I
Wow.
could enter quickly.
Yeah, no, you were pretty. You did get here, but I'm hoping Rima will also get here. Rima, are you stuck? Patience is a virtue. Ah, Rima, hello. Yes, I was being impatient. You're quite right, April. Can I hear you? Can you hear me, Rima?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Well,
April's already said it to you, by the way. It's becoming your stock, your trademark. If you ever go on stage, that's how you've got to come on stage every time. Hello, hello.
I don't know.
Good.
I just noticed that cogwheels just was spinned around their axis and nothing
It was
happened.
just noodling and noodling and noodling. Yeah. Sometimes if you're got traffic on, loads of people on your Wi-Fi on your broadband, it can slow things down. It might be their servers, but their servers have been pretty good this week. But maybe we've already been streaming. Maybe it's my server. The connection of the person hosting the event can affect other people. I was just streaming for an hour and a bit, so that might be it. I didn't have time to clear my cache in between either. But anyway, you're here now, which is great. And now we're going to get Monique in. And Monique, let's talk about Monique while she's joining us. I think as soon as I click for you to join when you've requested the mic, I think that kicks you straight out of the conversation, so we can safely talk about people whilst they're joining us. So Rima, did you have any questions about or anything to say about the video?
No.
Do you agree with Zom that there is no disgusting way to eat ice cream?
That this was a disgusting way of eating ice cream, what they did.
Yeah, the way that went all soggy and disgusting and bits eaten off the side of the napkin, etc. But no, Zom actually said, maybe whilst you were out, there's no disgusting way to eat ice cream. There are no disgusting ways of eating ice cream, Zom wrote.
Oh, okay, yes, I agree. It's not.
You agree?
No,
Okay.
Maybe just if they just try to hit themselves like on the when they try to hit one each other with the ice cream, like with the cake, with
Food fight.
but it also could be fun.
But that's a waste of ice cream. That is disgusting because you're wasting ice cream that way.
Yes, that's not economical.
Exactly. Monique, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Excellent. What do you think? Is that a disgusting way to eat ice cream? Did it look disgusting to you? Or don't you care?
I don't care, but it depends, of course. And sometimes you can do things on purpose. So if you really want to, I don't know, make a mess while you are eating an ice cream, then you will look a little bit disgusting. But yeah, again, it's up to
It's up to
people.
you. Yeah, exactly. I would say probably it's best not to make a mess. If you're making a mess around you, you might be asked to leave a place. But if you're just, I don't know, getting it on I get ice cream on my fingers, around my mouth, on the end of my nose sometimes, especially that swirly soft scoop stuff, because it's really difficult to eat without making a mess sometimes. And although, Monique, Zom, you weren't here last week, were you? And I can't remember, but I don't think you were. Monique and I both thought that the Frosty Freeze ice cream looked a little bit like the advert with the unicorn. You will know which advert we mean. So it kind of made me feel a bit disgusted looking at it, only because of the connection I made to the advert.
The Squatty Potty.
Squatty Potty.
How can I forget that?
No, you weren't here, but yeah, it did remind us of the Squatty Potty shape of ice cream. Zom's just put the hand up. Okay, Zom, it's killing you. Let's let you in. Hang on. Okie dokie. Let me invite you in, Zom. It is an excellent ad. Guys, if you haven't watched the Squatty Potty advert, find it on YouTube, or we've got the transcript on English Magazine as well. And it's a funny advert. It's really good. It's so funny that we know somebody with a Squatty Potty. Okay, so we'll wait for Zom to join us. Eleanor, you weren't here last week. You thought it had been cancelled? Nope. But having watched the video for this week, what did you think of it? How did it make you feel? Did you enjoy it?
I haven't watched it to the end because I started too late, but I enjoyed the beginning and some first minutes.
Okay, so yeah, it is a little long. That's why we've broken it into sections. So
I see. So it's my fault. I admit.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I had put it up last week that we were going to carry on this week, and it did say last week, watch this video. But I have to admit, partly my fault, because I only said we're going to carry on watching this video today. So it does give, because it's a 15-minute video, it does give a little bit less time for people. Zom, hello, can I hear you? Can you hear me?
I'm here. I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. And the ad with the unicorn is awesome. It's not disgusting at all.
It's disgusting.
No. I want one.
And creepy. That guy is so creepy with the children. Here,
creepy because it's far away from what you are used to. That's all. Give it a go. You'll see. Change your mind. Change the perception. It isn't, Monique. It's an excellent. I love this ad. And
do you know what, Zom? I'm so glad that when you came over, it was cold and I couldn't take you to my local ice cream shop. I think it would have been quite an experience.
Well, I know where you live now, so.
Oh my God, that's like a threat. I know where you live.
I know where you live. I know
summer is coming.
And I know how easy it is to go there. And the temperature is around 20 degrees. So
it's really nice today. And there's people about. You won't believe it. There's actual real life people walking around.
Yeah, perfect for an ice cream.
They come out of hibernation. Okay, let's carry on with today's session then. So that's where we got up to last week. Okay. So if there are no further questions about the actual text, has it helped being able to see the text, being able to read it?
Yeah, it makes it easier.
Yeah. Okay. And then we last week we were also mentioning the three different people in the video. There's Stephen, Andrew, and Adam. And Adam doesn't get much of a look at the camera and sound. Camera and sound, yeah. But he does at the end. He does get to eat some of the ice cream.
The punchline in the end, and with the $1,000 one. I love the end of the video.
We probably won't get to that today. That'll be next week. Okay, so what I thought we'd do this week is look at the middle bit. Okay, now, without looking at the text or listening to the recording, has anybody got any immediate questions about the middle part, the middle point prices?
Don't remember it.
Okay, no, this is what happened.
It's 1-0.
Sorry,
Foster's? You mean about Foster's freeze?
No, Foster's is the low point price. The middle point price. Can you remember what that involved? The middle point.
Can
anybody remember what the place was called that they went to next? Scoops. Yeah.
Scoops.
Yes.
I want 2 scoops.
Exactly. It's a clever name for an ice cream parlor, isn't it? Now, if you notice, parlor with an O, parlor, O-U. Oh, April wants to join us. Yes, April, we've got one more space left. Do you want to put your hand up? Let's see if we can push Webinar Jam into 6. Ooh. Put your hand up if you want to join us. Yeah, parlor. Exactly. Now, a parlour is actually usually a room, an old word for a room. You don't really get a parlour in a house anymore, but it's still used with ice cream parlour. You can still go to ice cream parlours in towns and cities across the UK. Okay. But it would be spelt with O-U-R, ice cream parlour. And Scoops is an ice cream parlour in America. Great name because, of course, there are two different types of ice cream. One comes from a machine like the Frosties, and that's like Mr. Whippy in the UK. If you ask for a Mr. Whippy, you're going to get swirls of ice cream coming out of a machine. And do you know that soft ice cream? Do you know who helped develop that kind of ice cream? Anybody? Little known ice cream fact for you?
No.
Any guess? Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, really?
Please mute your mic before you scream.
Sorry. Mute it.
Oh, my poor ears. I should have given you a warning first. Okay, so there you go, April. You're coming in. Okay, don't remember, if you can't join in voice, then it's best to just stay in as an attendee and just listen and text chat with us, because there's no point joining us if you can't use your mic. If you're at work and you can't speak, this is the perfect opportunity because you can listen and it's quite clear. A little bit of a lag, but that's all. We're used to that. We'll always give you time to catch up with the rest of us. Okay, so we're inviting April in, but we'd better carry on. So Scoops, can anybody remember how they described the ice cream at Scoops? They had a specific name, and it cropped up in today's reading session in Kitely about the milk bar. They used the same term. The kind of milkshakes they made it. Sorry if you weren't in that session or you weren't able to watch it, but they mentioned it. The kind of milkshakes they make in this milk bar in Australia, in Canberra, they use this to describe the flavours of ice cream they make at this ice cream parlour. Any ideas?
I remember that they say something about Frankenstein concoction.
Yeah, well done. Well done. April can't get in because it's telling her the room is full. Who's the invisible person in the room?
Attendee.
Yeah, we got an invisible attendee. I've got the admin open and there are only, honestly, there's just me and 6 requests, admittedly. But that's not everybody. Okay, Lakesh, I haven't invited you in, but it does have you down as a joiner. I'm going to return you as an attendee. Try again, April. I'll re-invite you. Okay, give it another go, April. It might be a glitch because Lakesh had his hand up and I didn't click on it because you said you couldn't speak today. But it might be that it counted you as in already. We'll see what happens anyway. Give it another go. Okay, so Frankenstein ice cream, Frankenstein milkshakes. What on earth? Any idea? It's a bit like the way they used vanilla, kind of a misuse, but let's call it an alternative use of the word Frankenstein. What do you think they mean? Frankenstein ice cream. Weird, yeah.
Perhaps some flesh. I don't know. Yeah, I know it's icky, but Frankenstein is Frankenstein.
Okay, yeah, but Frankenstein didn't eat people. He wasn't a cannibal.
But do you remember in Goethe Institute now I'm a very knowledgeable lady. Laila mentioned Lady Gaga and her flash.
Yeah, she covered herself in the. Yeah, she wore that meat dress, didn't she? Yeah. I mean, I suppose some people might say any monsters might, but no, Frankenstein didn't go around eating brains or people. He was a monster, but he just ripped you apart. He didn't actually eat you afterwards. So creepy. Yeah, Lakesh, very good. Creepy ice cream. Sometimes people talk about Frankenstein food. Any idea what people mean when they mention Frankenstein food? It's got a specific meaning.
New
You'll
fusions?
again, Monique?
Fusions, when you, how can I say that?
Oh, fusions? You mean like Asian fusion, Asian
Yeah,
American
like when you
fusion?
combine.
No.
Okay.
Although they can be pretty disgusting combinations. No, it's normally about GM crops
Oh,
because it's been developed by scientists. And that's what this word Frankenstein milkshakes, Frankenstein ice cream, it's been developed, it's been concocted. It's a concoction and it's weird. Yeah. And it's not something you'd normally expect. And there's got a slightly creepy idea to it as well. Ew. Your immediate reaction will probably be, ew. And a lot of people, especially protesters, people who don't like GM crops, they will call it Frankenstein. We don't want any Frankenstein food here. Okay. GM, everybody knows what I mean by GM?
transgenics food or?
Yeah, genetically
modified.
Thank you, Rima. Yes. No, that's great. Good. Genetically modified. Okay. Monsanto food. Okay. So food that's had its basic genome. We've been genetically modifying food for many centuries. Wheat that we eat today has nothing to do with the wheat that was grown in the past. It's been genetically modified by cross-pollination and grafting normally. But now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're getting down to the atomic level. We're getting down to the DNA of food. And that is a bit scary, I'll be honest. So again, it's got that connotation of scary food, scary ice cream.
Nitty-gritty. How did you say?
Nitty-gritty, the nitty-gritty. Yeah, the nitty-gritty. That's what trips you up in English every time, the nitty-gritty. The small rules and regulations of English, nitty-gritty. Okay?
But in your last sentence, it means to bring us to essential stuff, the
Yep.
beginning.
Yep. Okay. Get down to the nitty-gritty, the most important parts. But it indicates that the most important parts are the small details, the minutiae of, you can understand the tenses and then you look at the nitty gritty of the tenses and you realize, oh my goodness, they're so complicated. Frankenstein food. Thank you, Eleanor. Yes, that's it. Tongue in cheek, but grafting is when you take a base plant. If you drink wine, most European wine is on American roots. You might not like the idea, but the wine industry in Europe was wiped out by a weevil that also came from America. Funny that. But anyway, this is way before. You can't go conspiracy theory on me on this one. Anyhow, it's true. The rootstock, the vines in Europe were wiped out by this fungus or a beetle or something. And so they shipped over rootstock from America. And they grafted, so they took small pieces of European vines and grafted them onto those roots. So you're literally making a cut in the plant and you're putting another plant, inside the roots, inside the main stem of the plant, so that it's feeding off the main stem. So the roots are all American grapes and the grafted on stock is from the original European stock that was wiped out. So in some ways, America destroyed European wine industry and then they saved it. Yeah, if you look at the history of vines, we never got onto that, but maybe we'll do it one day. It's very fascinating. Wars have been fought over grapes, by the way. Okay, any other questions about Frankenstein food? April hasn't been able to join us, so I don't know what's going on, April. I will take a screenshot and I will contact support because there's only 5 people. If you could take a screenshot of the message you get, April, that would be really cool. Okay, because you should be able to join us. 6 is the limit.
Can you return me as an attendee and try again? Because I will have to go in 15 minutes anyway. So
okay. Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bear with me 1 second whilst I just save this full room. I don't know what to call it. I have to save the screenshot. Okay, so Zom, I'm going to return you now. Thanks ever so much for volunteering to jump off the cliff.
I have to go in 15 minutes, so it's no problem at all.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so April, try again. We'll see what happens. So the second part is at Scoops, middle range, middling price range. Okay. And what happens before they get to Scoops, though, in the car? What happens to Stephen? Remember, he's lactose intolerant and he's been eating ice cream. What happens to him?
Yeah, there is a funny, not funny, I didn't know that word, but he said like that ice cream churning my stomach.
Yeah, my stomach is churning. Not blurping, that would be burping. And churning. If your stomach churns, it starts to make noises and it starts to make you feel a bit sick. Okay, you start to feel a little queasy. Oh, my stomach's churning. And that's what happens a lot to people who are lactose intolerant. They don't digest the milk solids very easily. You can get lactose-free milk, which is like, I'm so glad I don't have any of this wheat intolerant, lactose intolerant, gluten intolerance. It must make life an absolute pain. Yeah, try refreshing, April. I know it means you'll miss a couple of bits of the webinar, but give it a go. Anyway, let's carry on. Sorry about the technical hitches there. It's life online, isn't it? Hey, I had a German session yesterday. Teacher didn't even turn up, so count yourselves lucky. Okay, so, and then there was a little bit of ice cream facts, and you mentioned an ice cream fact. And what was the ice cream fact? Can anybody remember the ice cream fact? The tallest ice cream. Yeah, well done, Monique. Take the mic. Can you remember how tall was the tallest ice cream? This is a memory test.
10 feet.
Yeah, 10 and a bit. Yeah, 10 and a bit. Just over 10 feet. Yeah. Did anybody actually look for it? Did anybody look for it online? Okay, let's do a quick screen share. I'll disappear for a second. It's magnificent. There you go, Sam. Can you imagine where would you start? Top or bottom? Funny, it looks like it's been done in an Amazon warehouse, though, doesn't it? Bottom first, okay. Oh, Tom, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Okay, Monique, you didn't see the video again before the session. What did you do?
Sorry?
You didn't see the video again before the session?
I saw the video before the session.
Oh, you probably didn't. Did you see it or did you watch it?
That's a good question, because I thought that when it comes to videos, I can see a video. But if you say that is watch, of course, I believe you.
Can you see the link? Yeah, can you see the link? You can see it. You're aware of it. But when something starts to move, you watch a film, you watch television, you watch a video. Okay, because it's moving. You can't just look at it and look away. You have to watch it. You have to spot every single frame as it moves. Okay, it's subtle, but it's true. Yeah, I see that. Oh, yeah, I see it. But have you watched it? Now, sometimes we do say, I saw the film. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen this film? Have you seen
When it
that
comes to
film?
movies, yeah. When it comes to
Yeah.
films, but okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, but have you seen the movie? Yes, I saw it last week. Did you watch the movie? Yeah, I watched it. And it's more because I'm asking you specifics about the video. Watching something is more involved than just seeing it. Do you know what I mean? It's just slightly different. Marco might have seen the video earlier, as in he saw it online, but he didn't actually watch it. Okay. But anyhow, that's the tallest ice cream cone. And it's pretty, yeah, it's very off-putting to me. Everybody's going, wow, fantastic. I'm like, I feel a bit queasy. My stomach's churning. Okay. Any questions? It was a trap, yes. Okay, let's listen to the text. Okay. I'm not going to give you this transcript this week. I have got it. Doof, doof. But next week I'll do the transcript. We'll do what we did this week. Okay. But let's listen. Okay.
It's like 40 degrees out. How is it melting so fast?
I can already feel the ice cream churning in my stomach as my body screams at me for consuming too much milk. Check out my new air freshener. You like it?
No.
What? What's wrong with it? Doesn't it look like Adam? You ready for this ice cream fact?
Lay it on me.
Ice cream fact. The Guinness World Record for the tallest ice cream was made in Norway in 2015. And guess how tall it was?
20 feet.
10 feet and 1.26 inches.
Wow. Did they do it outside? They must have.
But then
it's so cold in Norway, you don't have to worry about it melting. You couldn't do that in Mexico.
You could in a refrigerator, but then you get a refrigerator.
A 10-foot tall refrigerator?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not going to happen. You have to go to Norway.
So we're all...
Okay, so where was the ice cream, the tallest ice cream in the world, done? Where was it created? Where was it built? Where was it made? Yeah, well done, Monique. Well done, Rima. Norway. Good. Where couldn't it have been built? Take the mic.
In Mexico,
Why not?
because it's too warm.
Yeah, exactly. It's too warm. It's been melted before. Now, Zom's asking waffle cone. Waffle cone? Yeah, it looks like a waffle cone to me. I love one word questions. Waffle cone? What's that mean? What do you want from me? You want a waffle cone? I haven't got any, sorry. Actually, that's a lie. I've got some in my freezer. Just pop round. Yeah, not in Mexico. In Mexico, they have ice cream for dogs. Oh, April, I wish you could join us. I want to know more about ice cream for dogs. What, you want an ice cream for dogs, Zom? Doggy ice cream, yeah. I saw another lovely video. Just look it up. I think it's Ice for Cats, and it's an ice, like a ball of ice, and cats licking the ice. It's just fantastic. They must get brain freeze though. Okay, Rima, 2015. What's that? Oh, that was when they did the.
Oh no, Norway, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So not when did they make it? Where did they make it? When? Where? Okay. Excellent. Well done. Okay, let's carry on listening. Let's go to Scoops.
On our way right now to a little place called Scoops. This guy is known for creating the most crazy Frankenstein concoctions. It might be weird. It might be cool. We'll find out.
Okay, so there you have it. 2 words to freak you out. Frankenstein concoctions. Okay. Can you think of any other Frankenstein concoctions that you might come across? You mentioned fusion food, Monique. That can be pretty much Frankenstein concoction, something that you really don't like the sound of. Can you think of? Yeah, it might be weird, might be cool. Exactly. You're not quite sure. Ooh. Can you think of any food or drink that you could consider as a Frankenstein concoction in this context? Not genetically modified, just weird. Any ideas?
Is it Monster a drink? Energy drink.
Yeah, these energy drinks. What's that all about? And there's that Gatorade. It's bright green. God blimey. That looks like a Frankenstein concoction. I've never tasted it. I don't want to.
Really sweet.
Yeah. Pig's head on a plate. Pasta with chocolate. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no, that's nasty. I've seen sweet pizzas that really I don't like the idea of. I suppose just I think pizza, savoury, not pizza with white chocolate and all that stuff on it. It just seems wrong. Monique, what else were you saying?
French fries with ice cream, especially in McDonald's.
Ew!
I've heard that. I mean, Americans do that. Someone told me that. Yeah, I know.
Ew! That's
McFlurry?
disgusting.
Especially with McFlurry. It's disgusting.
Pineapple on pizzas. Zom's just written pineapple pizzas. Yeah. Pineapple on Hawaiian pizzas. Have you heard of that? They call it Hawaiian because they put chopped up bits of pineapple on it. Maraschino cherry on a pizza? My husband was served that in Germany. Pizza with maraschino cherry on it. Disgusting. And he had lettuce on a pizza once. He thought he was going to get a salad. You know, the pizza, lettuce pizza, it was in German, so he wasn't quite sure of the sort of way round the sentence should be constructed. So he thought he was going to get a pizza, normal tomato cheese pizza, with some lettuce in a bowl. No, they put lettuce on his pizza. That was Frankenstein. Fried chocolate bars. Yeah, fried Mars bar, deep fried Mars bar in Scotland. Absolutely. Also, another industry that's very famous for making Frankenstein concoctions, cocktail bars. I don't know if you've ever been into a cocktail bar, and they try and make up their own cocktails with the weirdest ingredients. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Monique. You know what I mean, don't you? You know, champagne and Marmite, maybe.
Oh, no way. Marmite?
I'm only doing that because Zom's still with us. Her stomach's churning now. Okay, so let's carry on listening.
Welcome to Scoops. I'm Jonathan Kim, nephew of Ty Kim. Today we're going to be trying out different types of ice cream.
How did Scoops get started?
When I was in culinary school, I was working at the storeroom, and then we have a small ice cream maker in front of the storeroom. So I was experimenting with a lot of things. So I've been doing since 1999.
You guys make all your own flavors here?
Yes. All the base is based on a crème glaze, which is milk, sugar, instead of egg, we use a heavy cream.
And then we'd put that in the machine, and then the machine kind of does everything for us. And then we'd add the toppings. We add the toppings, we kind of layer it like a lasagna, so we'll do the ice cream topping. So when we get you a scoop, it's a full amount of toppings.
Okay, so they're at Scoops. When did it start? Oh, bye, Zom. Thanks for coming. Cheers. Bye. Cocktail is one word, April. Cocktail. Unless it is the tail of a cock. That's a male chicken, okay? Yeah, well done. 1999. Good listening skills there. Well done. Yeah, when he was at culinary school. Now, I was at culinary school. Now, that's very American. What would we say in the UK instead of culinary school? Any idea?
Cooking school.
Cooking school, no. I know what you mean, but a cooking school or a cookery school is more where you learn how to cook. And that could be just for pleasure. That could just be you want to do dinner parties for friends. You go to cookery school. Culinary is more, he was there to learn it as a profession. And we use a different word in the UK. MasterChef? Not quite, no. MasterChef is on at the moment. I'm loving it. But we'd call it catering school, okay? Catering school. Catering industry, okay? So the food industry, but we also call it the catering industry. And also now there's another word for it as an industry, the hospitality industry. Okay? That includes hotels and how to treat guests, etc. Okay. But we'd have said I was at catering school or catering college, in fact, because there's no such thing as a catering school. School level in the UK is quite young, up to 16 years old. After that, you go into what you plan to do for the rest of your life, and you tend to go to catering college. Okay. Any questions? Okay, let's carry on then.
Noticed over here there's one called Coffee Cuban Cigar.
Okay, so the first Frankenstein flavor. Can you remember what it was? Could you catch that?
Coffee, Cuban, cigar.
Yeah, coffee Cuban cigar.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Yeah, coffee with a double E, Rima, and cigar
sorry.
without the double R-E. Yeah. So don't confuse cigar and cigarette. We've got cigarette. Oh, cigarette. Oh, I can't spell. Cigarette, and then cigar without any of the ending. Okay, so coffee Cuban cigar. Does anybody fancy that? Would you go, that sounds interesting, I'll give that a go, or would you just go, no, I'll have vanilla? Eleanor, would you order it? Eleanor, would you order coffee Cuban cigar ice cream?
I apologize. I could for a moment on this icon.
Okay.
Vanilla. Oh, rather not. No, I'm not a fan.
Oh, no, I meant, would you like coffee Cuban cigar ice cream instead of vanilla?
Instead? Oh, no. Decidedly. I hate smoking cigars, no matter if Cuban or not.
Or not.
As you know, my mom was a heavy smoker.
I know.
I've seen too much.
Yeah. So even in an ice cream, even as a flavor, you just think, no, it would churn your stomach, basically, wouldn't it?
Yes, indeed, it would. Yeah.
It's funny how smells can also can trigger emotions like that. You just think, oh God, no, the smell of cigars, the smell of pipe smoke always reminds me of, and smell of cigarette smoke. That's what turns my stomach. Not so much cigars, but cigarette smoke. Bleh, horrible smell. Okay, but it's ice cream. April goes, but it's ice cream. What's not to love? Now, strangely, remember, ice cream is usually 2 words. Okay. Don't ask me why it hasn't been joined together. It's a very common word. Why haven't we joined it together? But if you look it up in most dictionaries, maybe not April's, but most dictionaries, it will be 2 words. Okay. Ice cream, creamed ice. And what was the basis for this particular ice cream? He had a funny little bit of French for you. Anybody catch that? So it's milk and sugar, cream, eggs, creme anglaise. Yep, Eleanor, yep.
I can hear it, but this recording, but it's not a good quality. It's too quiet. I would have to watch it on my own.
Oh, okay. Sorry. If you watched the video, this was meant to be sort of a reminder of having watched the video, sort of like, oh yeah, I remember that bit now. But yes, creme anglaise is what came up. Creme anglaise. Can anybody else? Is it quiet for you? It sounds really loud to me.
I thought that he said eggs.
He did, because creme anglaise is it's a famous mixture often used for ice cream. The Frosties was milk ice cream, milk ice. Okay, this is a creme anglaise base, which is eggs and cream and milk and sugar. Okay, and creme anglaise is often used as a filling in pastries. So you can find lots of creme anglaise. In fact, it should be, strictly speaking, with that little, oh, hang on, I don't want to close the, yeah, with a little tick over the E, creme. Heavy cream instead of egg, yeah. Yeah, it's like a custard. And it's very popular in French cookery and in French puddings and sweets and desserts. Okay? So how are we doing for time? Okay, we're running out of time. So let's quickly go to the end of that. Hang on.
Like a people customer actually went to Cuba, so I asked him to bring cigars. So I made cigar ice cream. And then it became one of my favorite because I like so much flavor in the cigar.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, that one is really good.
I feel like a grown man eating that one. Do you have a favorite flavor?
Mine would actually be brown bread. There's 18 flavors every day, but there's one that doesn't change, which is brown bread. It's really crunchy because of the grape nuts. They don't really go soggy.
Okay, so what was his favorite flavor?
Brown bread.
Yeah, brown bread ice cream. Have you ever had brown bread ice cream?
No, I haven't. Never.
It's quite famous. It sounds weird, but it's actually brown bread ice cream. You can again go online and you'll find lots of recipes for brown bread ice cream. It's been around for quite a while now. It's nice. It's kind of nutty. It's really nice. Speculoos ice cream. Oh my goodness. Do you know that always makes me think of Harry Potter, April? Like it should come with a sort of a wand, but yes, the biscuit ice cream as well. That's right. Is that your favourite? Yeah, but yeah, brown bread ice cream. Honestly, Eleanor, stomach what? I'm not sure. What do you mean by stomach what? Stomach.
Because I have the impression that I did hear it, and I don't know what was afterwards. Stomach, or perhaps I'm mistaken.
Soggy, crunchy. I can't think of a word that I would confuse with stomach. Did anybody catch how many?
Oh,
sorry, Rima.
Yeah, maybe Eleanor thought about churning.
The churning stomach. Yeah,
before.
that was earlier though.
Before, yeah.
Stomach is churning.
And about soggy, what is that like? That's some kind of onomatopoeia of eating something. Is
no, it's an actual chemical reaction. If you take a slice of bread and you pour water over it, the bread goes soggy. Anything that soaks up water and then starts to disintegrate, it goes soggy. Yeah.
It's
when Laika gets wet, I call her a soggy doggy.
Oh, okay. It's like a wet, very wet.
Wet, okay. Yeah, but it also implies that it's wet to the point of soaking and about to disintegrate a bit. Yeah.
But why?
My cake's gone. Dunking biscuits. You know dunking biscuits? Don't let your biscuit go soggy because it might drop off into the tea or drink. Don't let it go too.
Okay.
Yeah,
now
wet and soft. Yeah.
I like to do that.
Yeah, me too.
But do you like when it fell into the tea?
No, that's horrible.
To be very careful to avoid before.
That's it. It's all about timing and getting the right biscuit.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Your stomach is turning. Okay, thank you.
Did you get that? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know that. I wish, yes.
Yeah, try watching it again with this in mind. But we will listen to it again with the text next week, okay? But I like to challenge
just to let you... I won't be here. I'm in Padua.
Oh, okay. Well, keep an eye open on the magazine because I'll put it up on the magazine, the actual transcript.
Great. Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you. I will have to listen a lot of papers in English, so...
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but not... I don't always enjoy some Americans, poor devils.
Don't let them know. They'll be very upset. They think they're wonderful.
Yes, and if I use idioms, they interpret it in their way, and I'm upset. It's my turn to be upset.
I've always told you, learn idioms, don't use them. Okay, let's carry on. We need to finish, so.
Oh, it's heaven.
Yeah, they really stay crunchy.
I think we're gonna try the brown bread with the maple truffle. And that's considered 1 scoop.
That's a 1 scoop, which is 2 flavors.
What do you eat?
The black truffle one.
What? That's on the bottom for me.
Yeah, well, maybe you didn't have these spoons in the way. Eat the.
Okay, so another flavor coming up. What was it? Weird flavor.
They say something about
expensive.
truffle, but I didn't get that.
Yeah. No, well done. Black truffle.
Okay. Okay.
Truffle flavored ice cream. Ooh. I mean, like truffle on pasta and cheese, but truffle in ice cream? I don't know. It doesn't float my boat, but maybe I'll try it next time I get some ice cream. I'll get some truffle, a few truffle flakes on top, see what it's like. Any questions? Okay, let's carry on.
Brown bread.
All right.
God. Luxurious vanilla ice cream with little crunchy bits in it. I'm amazed at how crunchy it stays.
It's honestly a perfect combination. I love crunch so much that I used to put chips in my burger. It's just like something about...
I thought you were going to say that you used to chew on rocks.
What is the base flavor?
Vanilla, I think. See, vanilla is the best base ice cream flavor.
Now we're on to the maple black truffle. I'm very happy that truffle has made it into a worth episode about...
Yeah, you didn't plan that, did you? Did you?
Or did I?
Did he?
Okay, so we will leave it at that. Did you? Did I? Did he? Okay, we'll leave it there for this week. And just to remind you, because we're doing a new drama from Tuesday. Next week it's going to be a lot of new stuff next week, but there might be a little tie-in on Tuesday and Wednesday sessions in Kitely with this. Okay, so be aware. Okay. Well, I like to tie things up every so often, make things go together. So we'll see how that works out next week. Remind me if I forget. Anyway, thanks ever so much for coming. And don't worry, Rima, I haven't forgotten about the hipsters. They are going to come back after we finish this video.
Okay.
I know you're dying to talk about hipsters. Okay, thanks ever so much for coming. Eleanor, enjoy your conference next week. I hope it goes well. And thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along. And thanks for taking part. April, I don't know what's going on with your connection, with your setup. It is worth sometimes, if you're having these issues again and again, like Shiny with a voice, just get in touch with Webinar Jam. Just go to Webinar Jam and say to them on Facebook, they've got a Facebook account, and say, I'm a participant and this is happening. What can you... They'll probably say it's your connection or refresh your cache. It's the same thing I say.
Just make a complaint.
Well, I have reported it many times, but I'll report this. It's stating the room was full when it wasn't, because that's
April can practice. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. Practice. Yeah, no, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, there's always a silver cloud. A silver cloud to every lining? No, a silver lining to every cloud. Yeah, practice your complaining skills, April. I really like the Webinar Jam software, but we start with something positive. The room was not full. It's not your... Yeah, exactly. The room is full is nonsense. It wasn't full. And even when Zom left, it still said it was full. That's terrible. Anyway, never mind. Next week, we'll cross our fingers tighter. Take care then, and thank you for coming. And we'll carry on with this next week. Okay, I hope you found it useful. Bye.